quickly move to the CPI. I'm just clearing so that the S curve is visible. Cost performance index. And what does it mean? It is nothing but EV over actual cost. Right. So earlier we learned about schedule. Now we are learning about the cost. So the cost is the component here. Again, if CPI, the cost performance index, is greater than 1, what does it mean? We are underutilizing the costs. And if it is less than 1, that means we are overutilizing the costs. Right. So these are also direct questions. If a statement comes that we are overutilizing the costs, we have to choose less than 1 CPI. If we are under earning in the costs, then we have to choose greater than 1. So clearing it up, we have to move to the third, the trend analysis. So this is nothing but the performance over time. The charts, what are these charts? This is the chart that we have drawn, right? So there are more charts, but PMBOK guide talks only about the S curve. So this is the only thing that is important for us. But if you are aware of more charts than this chart, S chart, is not just the limit. You are free to use anything if it is within the limits of the project management guidelines. So it's typically called the S curve. So in the charts, the PMBOK guide talks about the S curves only, and this is the S curve that you see on the screen. And forecasting. So here, the estimate at completion. So this EAC is nothing but estimate at completion. That is done. So what is this estimate at completion? So we have, I'll use the blue again. So I think if you remember in the previous diagram that we have done, so this is the budgeted completion and this is the EAC. So again, this EAC forecasts, this is nothing but the actual cost and the estimated to complete costs, right? So let me quickly write down EAC. I think it is already here. So EAC, it's nothing but the actual cost plus estimated time to complete. AC is actual cost, ETC is estimated time to complete. So again, are there any methods to do this? We have 3 methods: ETC performed at budget rate, ETC performed at CPI, ETC performed at SPI plus CPI. So if we quickly talk about the first method, I'll just give you the formula quickly. So EAC, traditionally, it is AC plus ETC, we have seen. But if it is measured at budgeted rate, the EAC formula will change slightly. So EAC will become AC plus budgeted actual cost minus earned value, right? So you can see the change in the formula. ETC will be replaced by budgeted actual value minus EV. If we talk about at CPI, this is another method. So the EAC formula will change again. This will be budgeted actual cost over the CPI. So again, it can be done at SPI plus CPI together. So here again, the formula will change. EAC is going to be AC plus BAC subtracted with EV, and then we have CPI multiplied with SPI, right? So in this class, just don't remember these things. You get these formulas very easily in this PMBOK guide. You can find it. It is not difficult to find. Just remember these things by heart. You can see these are nothing but additions, subtractions, divisions. What is important for us is to learn the definitions of it, right? So we just have to remember that what is the ETC performed at budget rate, right? So ETC performed at budget rate is nothing but AC plus BAC minus EV. So these things, you have to learn it by heart. Unfortunately, there is no other go. There is no shortcut. As much as you learn it, it is as good as it is for us. Okay, so I think we have made enough use of this whiteboard. We can quickly move to the next tool, that is to complete performance index. Okay, what is this? If we try to explain it in simple words, we have spent so much money already, or we have spent so much resources already, and we are left with certain amount of resources. Now with this left out resources, how we can complete the remaining work? So this is again just a explanation in the layman's terms, but again there are formulas to it also, which you can easily find in the PMBOK guide. So this to complete performance index, it is done at two locations, right? Budgeted actual cost and estimated actual cost. So at budgeted actual cost, the formula is going to be BAC minus EV over EV, and budgeted actual cost minus the actual cost. So at the estimated actual cost, this formula is going to be budgeted actual cost minus EV over estimated actual cost minus AC. Right? So that's about it, guys. You just learn all these processes by heart, all these formulae by heart. Not, you need not remember the processes, just you have to understand the name of the processes, but you don't have to memorize all these inputs, outputs, tools and techniques. These are typically called ITTOs, as I explained in the very first class. You don't have to remember these, but learn these. And the formulas, there is no other go, you have to learn it by heart. As you can see, there is no mathematics here, but the difficulty lies in you remembering these simple these addition and subtractions. So I think we can also cover the last tool here, the PMIS. I think that is well understood. I know it is difficult, you have to learn all these formulae and the definitions by heart, but for passing the exam, there is no other go. If you are the project manager working on the project, you get all these formulas in our project management guide, or you can make use of the reference. But for the exam side case, unfortunately, that is not the case. The formulas are not given to you, so you have to remember it, at least for the sake of examination. So with that said,